Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at how to divide using area models, and in this particular area model we are going to use this area model where we are identifying the whole total as ones and individually using partial quotients to be able to solve. So let's take an example here. For the popular one, we have 324 divided by 2, which means we're taking those and putting them into two groups. We're looking at 324 as a whole, and we're going to take them out using multiples of 100. Once we're exhausted the hundreds, we will take it into multiples of tens, and then finally into twos. However, this will be solely based on your knowledge and fluency of math facts, and so this will come really in handy if you know your math facts. So let's get started and do some practice and see how this works out. We're going to start out very simple first and have 24 that we are dividing into two different groups. We're just going to look at 24 first and say, okay, if I want to get to multiples of 10, we're going to start there. So because I can't do 100s, I'm not going to use them, but I can use multiples of 10s. In this case, how can I get to 20 first? So to take out as much as I can multiply that times 10. So 2 times 10 would give me 20, which means I have 4 left. So my remainder is 4. So now I can say, what am I going to multiply times 2 to get 4? The answer is 2. And now I am done with my 4s, and so I am completely finished with this total and dividing it into two groups. I just have to look at my quotient and say I have 10 plus 2, so therefore it is 12. So just 12 is my answer. So let's look at 148, and I'm putting that into four groups. Let's look at just this 100s first. So what times 4 will give me 148? Can I multiply 4 times 100 and start there? Well, unfortunately I can't, because 100 times 4 would be 400, and I'm only 100, so that's too much. So now I have to look at multiples of 10. So what can I multiply 4 by? Can I multiply it by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on? We're going to have to get as close to 148 as we can with just multiples of 10. So I can exhaust those out and say, okay, I have 4 times 4 would be 16. So 4 times 40 would be 160. Well, that's too much, so I'm going to take it back 1 and use 30. So 4 times 30 is 120, which means I have 28 left over. So now that's my remainder. So what times 4 is going to give me 28? That's a math fact of 7. So my quotient is 30 plus 7, which is 37. That would be my answer with nothing left over. Finally, I have 655, and I'm dividing that by 5. How close can I get to 600 without going over? So that would be times 100. That would be 500. So I'm able to take away 100. That would be left over 155. That's my remainder. So let's see, how many times can I multiply 5 to get 155? That would have to be 30, which would be 150. Therefore, I have 5 left over. I will bring that up for 5 ones. So now what times 5 will give me 5? That is just 1. So I have 131 with nothing left over. So 131 is my answer. So that's simple. 131. If you like this strategy, you're more than welcome to use it. If you're good with your math facts, this is a very quick way of going through division. And if you don't like it, we can always try another strategy. Come back again next time for partial quotients. And we're going to be using a similar method, but just a little different. We'll see you next time.